Hello. Wonderful to have you join me today. In this shareable, I'm going to go through and talk about seeding comfortability amidst the uncertainty. So, how to go about really nurturing and tending to finding a sense of calm and just comfortability amidst all the kind of chaos that's happening. So, before I get into the topic, I'll lead you through a short meditation. So, if you want to join me in closing your eyes and just taking a couple of deep breaths, just separating yourself from your day and the busyness that you've been experiencing, and taking a moment to really settle from within and just feel yourself from within. What does your quality of presence feel like today? Yeah, just letting go of anything that you may be stressed or worried about. And just holding space for yourself to be present here at this time. So, from within your body, if you can just feel a sense of comfort from within. And I want you to zoom out with me and travel with me to a place in the world experiencing a hurricane. And not getting into the weather pattern, but just noticing from a comfortable distance away. Noticing how that hurricane is moving and the force and the chaos and the transformation that you're witnessing. And you might zoom up in the sky from afar and just notice the path that hurricane took and all the different weather conditions that are happening. The low pressure, the high pressure, the wind. And just taking a moment to really see that hurricane in action. And you can speed up time and just notice how that hurricane dissolves. How order comes back after an immense natural disaster takes place. And you can zoom up in time and just notice also the new growth and the reconstruction that has happened. And zooming out again, just noticing the cycle that maybe this is an area that gets hit by hurricanes, or perhaps this is a random chaotic event. And just letting that go, taking any learning that you may have come to in looking at that hurricane and that weather event. And just returning to your body. You might notice from within perhaps any areas in your life that feel turbulent and chaotic, whether that's in your body or in your life. And just letting yourself be wherever you're at in that process, that there's growth and learning that you can take with you from whatever event is taking place. And just inviting a sense of calm. Where is it that you can find a sense of calm wherever in your body, in your energetic field? And just taking a moment to ground and settle. And if you can take another couple of deep breaths, letting yourself relax a little more. And when you're ready, you can start to come back and open your eyes to this time and space. So welcome again. So I just want to talk through some aspects of that meditation and this topic as a whole of really seeding and nurturing comfortability amongst and amidst the uncertainty. So some things that have helped me in times of transition and unease and radical shifts are seeing the bigger picture. I know, when my dad passed this past year, really understanding that is a process of life, that there are things that are beyond our control, and that all of us at different times in our life will experience loss. And so seeing the big picture and allowing a sense of peace amidst all that unease and sadness from within was a source of help. And I also have really come to understand the importance of tuning myself. So being able to take care of myself and exercise and eat well and nurture myself. So that's kind of the number two thing that has helped serve me during times of uncertainty. The third thing is I also, kind of going back to the first thing of seeing the big picture, I also see that on a world level that there has been major imbalances of kind of haves and have-nots, and to a certain degree that plays out in one way or another. But I do sense that there is a rebalancing of in the first world, or countries that have been well off, that have been able to buy a lot of things, and companies that grow, that keep believing that there's an infinite ability to grow, that we are reaching a threshold where growth is not infinite, and where we are hurting ourselves. So it's a rebalancing of how we're living on this planet, and that's happening at an international level, and that's actually really a healthy place for us to be for the long run, to really almost shift the Titanic of how we've been living. And I also want to note that this is a time of liminal space, that we are in this uncertainty. We're going from what our world was to what it will be, and we don't really know what it will be. So this liminal space, limen means, it's a Latin word that means threshold. So we're at this threshold time of, shifts have happened, and we're likely not going to go back to what it was, and yet it's uncertain where we're going to be going or what it's going to look like. So that's hard, to be in that in-between space and not know. So kind of doing what you can to find some grounding amidst this time is important. So I talked about forces bigger than yourself, tuning yourself, understanding the international kind of rebalancing of our economy that's happening. Um, and I also, there's three other things, one of which is just getting back to your roots. So, um, I have been hearing people talk about really reconnecting with their dreams of their aspirations of things that they had dreamed up years ago, and just having this urge to get on that track to making that come to fruition. So pay attention to those kind of urges that you might have to reconnect with some of your roots. um, I also believe that we're here to develop and grow, and that growth is not always this linear process, that it can feel like a hurricane and random and chaotic. And that happens out in nature. You look at a natural environment and it looks chaotic and things might be in disarray, but they go from disarray or chaotic to order, and disarray and chaotic to order. So there's a pattern that happens, and the more you can embrace that change is not always this linear process, the more kind of easeful place you can get to. And also just recognizing that it's not going to be a forever process, that there are ebbs and flows of processes. And so we will come to the other side, and there might be different stages of how change happens in different places and for different people. And so just letting yourself find a sense of grounding and calming, and getting back to those practices of self-care. What is it that you can do on an individual level and that make you feel comfortable, and then even contributing to something that's greater than you, whether that's volunteering or donating or doing something that helps you feel like you're connected, because ultimately we are interconnected and interrelated. So if we can be with each other through this, that also brings more calm and ease through this time. So hope you found this shareable helpful, and feel free to check out other shareables at Calm One, Calm All. Have a lovely day.